But Jeezy now is getting some points because Pooh Shiesty turned Big Guap into a little tight ass wop.
You know, that's just my way of doing things. That's what I would have did. Yes. Pay attention to what you're doing now. So I just told him.
You can tell Ralo is still thinking if he really state the right answer. He's not sure. He's still looking. Look at him, looking all distraught and scared because he's like, oh my God, I'm being tested on live stream and people is seeing my reaction. You know what I'm saying? And he just exposed himself being a bait, wearing bathing ape.
What I would have did if that would have been done to me. I didn't hear what you would have did. I would have waited.
See? Lil Woody haven't heard one shit that Ralo been saying, and Ralo repeated himself twice.
And I would have sent him to God. Ralo, know you with it, bro. Oh, I know you with it, bro.
Yeah, that's the best thing Lil Woody have said. I respect that. But let's see if Lil Woody really mean that as he said. Because I agree with him when he said that Ralo wouldn't do that. But just by the Lil Woody expression with his hand on his face, it's telling. Like, oh my God, you know how kids be acting like, I just got bullied, upset. You know, so he's scared of Ralo because Ralo be acting like a bully for years, you know what I'm saying? Even though we haven't seen him on the social media space for a long time, but his first impression lasts in my memory. And the first impression I got from Ralo when he had first, making waves, I remember seeing how he loves to behave like a bully. And bully is what we love to teach and beat and practice on, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna let nobody take that from me. Take my, I thought I said it.
He ain't being realistic because you can't stop a motherfucker from taking nothing from you, man. That's why what he's saying is contradicting because he's saying that he gonna wait after they rob him and he gonna wait. And he said he gonna wait again. That means a very long wait. That's why I said they're gonna be 93 years old by the time he's ready to send them to God. And they're gonna be too late. I woke up this morning, was born out in Kingston and leaving Jamaica abroad, not to England. This is my page, and the first post here you seeing. Look a nigga stop talk. Pussy them a keep a axe off in a frag of me dog them fully advanced. Black money, black card, rich like who little nigga stop talk. Pussy them a keep a axe off in a frag of me dog them fully advanced. Excellent process. Yeah. One bag of money. Yard one a foreign. Give me the bird can't team some stay same way like me daddy. Black money, black card, rich like who little nigga stop talk. Pussy them a cap a axe off in a frag of me dog them fully advanced. Black money, black card, rich like who little nigga stop talk. Pussy them a cap a axe off in a frag of me dog them fully advanced. We advance academically and professionally, extraterrestrially and even medically. Sell we to everybody, take the molly, superfragically, list PSP, sexually, get the dolly ben reality. In every reality, genitally make Beverly see. Up I do nally, then be clarin and them off me. No go tell Rivali, anti-valley no mediocrity. Black magic, watch fraud. Get a black puss with a black dog. A mad sus, when mad dog. I de left a bad push with the cash card. Black money, black card, rich like who little nigga stop talk. Pussy them a cap a axe off in a frag of me dogs them fully advanced. Black money, black card, rich like who little nigga stop talk. Pussy them a cap a axe off in a frag of me dog them fully advanced. Yes, that's right there. You see me? Tough a lie, bad. Yeah, my people, yo. I'm so glad to be doing this review right now because this alien bald-headed piece of shit that's called Lil Woody, I hate that piece of shit so much. And yo, I be seeing y'all stupid asses, viewers and fans all over social media been loving Woody from he been telling on the YSL gang. Like, how the fuck do you give a nigga like this fame and glory? And then he's so dumb, he crashed off his bike. Look how much dumb shit this nigga have done. Like, ever since this nigga came in my sight, right? Ever since I've laid eyes on this nigger on the internet, right? And before I even go any further, birds of a feather flock together. Just remember that. So for those motherfuckers who hate Young Thug and think he's a bitch and love to be wearing dress, remember that Lil Woody, this bitch, bald-head boy, was loyal to that dress-wearing motherfucker. Okay? This shinehead bitch, this stupid ass, uneducated dumbass he's now following streamers, right? To go on internet and talk a bag of shit that he doesn't have anything up here to teach the people. He has been hanging around with uneducated black boys in America, in gangs, right? Doing dumb shit, right? And think that he has sense. Here, listen to the dumb shit that he be saying on this thing. Him and Ralo is the next dumbass too. And I be saying this a lot, that a lot of American male who are adults and should be adults, they're so immature, so foolish, so low level thinking. Their mind hasn't matured as yet. You know what I mean? They are so dumb. They're like children with money. You know when children have a lot of money and their parents spoil them? This is how these big motherfucking men behaves, like some little stupid ass boys. They can't even answer a proper question sensibly. Like, let us get into this because I won't really waste my time. But Woody is dumb from the jump. Okay, we understand that he played the prosecutor with his gimmicks or mediocre answers that he had provided the prosecutor with in the YSL case that people find very funny, right? I can understand that. But people be saying, Woody's smart. This bald-headed looking alien shit is dumb as fuck. You know how fuck is dumb? like really, like let us get into this because I can't stand him, but I'm only doing this because I covered a story about Ralo love to brag and act as if he's the most gangster, but he will be tested by the right dudes, and I hope that he make it through to live to see another day after he gets tested. Cause he be acting. He's so jealous of the cloud Pooh Shiesty be getting and what they work for. These two waste man are jealous of Pooh Shiesty and Big 30 success, right? And these motherfucking assholes, right? They're just like 21 Savage, Meek Mill, all of the guys who have to give up on the street because they got exposed and got outed. Right? You know, Meek Mills got fucked in a booty hole loud on recording, right? And 21 Savage, he snitched. He was gonna get his ass deported back to England, so he had to cooperate it. He had no other choices, right? Now Ralo, he's just dumb and stupid, and as I said, we're just waiting for him to get tested because we seen PMB Rock got tested, and he was more of a good, chill dude, you know. And they bullied him, robbed and killed him, right? And these are the motherfuckers who should be tested like that, not PMB Rock. We all knew PMB Rock was a good dude. Yeah, we know he's affiliated in some gang culture because the gang life and culture is highly widespread in America. So it's hard to escape, you know. But look at these black-ass motherfuckers who be acting all gangster and be acting as if, you know, they're the biggest a gangster. You know, and we seen that Pooh Shiesty and Big 30 are the biggest a gangster because name go far. What the fuck is a Ralo? Like, come on. Lil Woody, he's gay. Lil Woody, come on. He's with thugger sex, right? So Lil Woody is dunce, uneducated. He can't even read, I'm sure, about that. You know what I'm saying? Now let's get into it. What's going on here?
Motherfuckers don't know that jury is not, it's got insurance, and all you gotta do is get a police report to get paid. Me personally, they say that if Gucci Mane would have took matters to his own hand and let's say had Pooh Shiesty and them taken away from their world. Everybody would be calling Gucci Man so stupid for right now. Whatever happened is Pooh Shiesty and them fault. Start with the problem.
Ha, you see, this is a dumb nigga. He said anything that happened, it's Pooh Shiesty's fault. Okay? When Pooh Shiesty went there, okay, he has no idea about the shit that Pooh Shiesty went through, what has been going on with Gucci Man Big Scar, who had passed from drugs overdose, as they say. And remember, a lot of times they say that drug overdose, they make it look like it's a suicidal type of thing or an accidental type of thing, but people probably was responsible for Big Scar's death. Probably they were the one to give him bad because we know he was signed to Gucci Man. Gucci Man probably is behind the death of Big Scar. You don't know because QC, quality control, mob ties, all these labels and managers of these major rappers and industry rappers, they are unaliving their rappers to gain their funds and collect all the benefits and reap their reward, their financial benefits. You understand? So we know how corrupt that is. So before little dunce head Woody that got only pure wood in his mind, those wood that he be getting from Young Thug in his behind, you know what I'm saying? Before he used his mind to think like, why would Pooh Shiesty do that? He's just jumping to the gun like, start blaming Pooh Shiesty. You know why he wants to blame Pooh Shiesty? Because these motherfuckers are jealous. Okay? When Gucci Man was the thing, you know, being praised for all his negativity, these were his fans. These little motherfuckers were Big Guap fan, right? But now Pooh Shiesty may turn Big Guap into a small guap, wet ass pussy. You know, Pooh Shiesty turned Big Guap into a small little tight ass wap, a wet ass pussy. You know what I'm saying? So that is why they're butthurt about Gucci Man becoming this mediocrity in the eyes of the people. And this is why I be telling them that Pooh Shiesty and Big 30 are way more legendary now than you Chicago niggas. You know what I'm saying? King Von has nothing on Pooh Shiesty. And I've been saying this from 2021. I've been saying these things. Go check the comments in Pooh Shiesty's music videos. Go check in the comments. You'll see me commenting all over. Pooh Shiesty is real with the gangster and the things that Pooh Shiesty are able to say in his rap. That he be saying so easy, he has no problem, no difficulty to come up with these lines. Pooh Shiesty have the realest a gangster line that no gangster can think of or thought up of to say unless you're really down 100 with this grimy lifestyle. And we've seen that Pooh Shiesty is the only one who is able to come up with those rare gem, like real gangster talk. Some real shit I've never heard a gangster speak or say from the day I was born. You know what I mean? And y'all know, a lot of people just be hearing what Shiesty be saying since he done the FDO song. But I be hearing everything Pooh Shiesty been saying, and I've been seeing what he has been doing ever since the earlier 2000 leading up to now. So I realized that Pooh Shiesty was the realest deal. He was the ideal thing for the street. You know, but people are just seeing now. And the reason for that is because if you want people to acknowledge you as good, as someone good, you got to go hard and do better and be better for them to see that you're good. If you want them to see that you're great, you have to be great. You have to be so great for people to finally recognize you as being great. But you have to go so hard. If you just come great, they won't stereotype you or title you as great. You won't get that title from the people. You have to go so extra hard. Okay, so in order to be named the number one, you have to go so hard, like so fucking hard. You have to be more than one for them to consider you one, is what I'm saying. You understand? So you have to always give more than what you will receive, because this earth isn't fair, and that's just how life is. It isn't fair. You have to put out so much to get that little recognition. You know what I'm saying? So for someone to be considered the greatest in the world, he has to be like the greatest of all greatest, just to be considered as the one great. That's how life is. People don't really acknowledge people. You know what I'm saying? They don't acknowledge it until it's too late. And when it's too late, that is when they're gonna say you're great. But the things you have really done and have outdone, they should be crowning you and praising you as God, but now they're just gonna say you're great. So you gotta always put in more effort to get just a little from the people. You know what I'm saying? So Woody's a dumbass, Ralo is a dumbass too. Birds of a feather flock together. Let's continue.
Anything else is irrelevant. Well, in my opinion, what's up, bro?
He's saying anything else is irrelevant. That's a dumbass, dummy. That's just dumb. He needs some books. His fans need to tell him to read some books. People who really care for Lil Woody, they need to get him some books on his birthday and ensure that he reads them. That's how I came up. I never liked to read, but when I was a child, I would have people like giving me books for my birthday, and I'll just put it up and stare at these books until one day just come and I have the time to read it and I feel like reading and I'm in the mood for reading them, and then that's when you realize that these are real gems, and that teaches you and the love grow inside of you to now wanting to read more. So if y'all claim that you love Lil Woody, he needs some books. Like when that girl be saying that he needs some milk. Yeah, Lil Woody, he needs some books. Swear to God, he's the dumbass. I hate to hear when he talks because he never say something sensible. Never. Only these youngins who can't even teach no one think that Lil Woody is highly intelligent or smart or something. So basically, Lil Woody asks Ralo what would he have done if he was Gucci Man in the situation being robbed by Pooh Shiesty and Big 30 and the other 7, because there are like 9 of them, right? That was charged and arrested. So Lil Woody asks Ralo what would he have done if he was Gucci Man in that situation, being robbed by 9 niggas. So let me just play it and then we'll say more. If somebody would have did that to me. Uh-oh, he's spending too long to think about it. That's not a real gangster. Like, real gangster don't think. Real gangster knows what they're about. Like, my brother is a real fucking gangster. Okay? The year 2007, my brother came to me and let me know that he murdered 4 guys, man. 4 guys. He's a real murderer, bro. See what I'm saying? And I was raised with a murderer in my blood, in my family. You know what I'm saying? And my own family that's a killer try to kill me plenty of time. So I ain't nothing to play with, right? And that's also God. I'm grateful for that. It was, I gained a lot of trauma. I've experienced a lot of trauma being raised with a brother like that. You know what I'm saying? Because he tried to kill me so many times from we were a child. He was born bad. These little motherfuckers ain't born bad. Because when you're born with a sibling who is really bad, then you can use that to judge outsiders, people outside of your family. You know that they're light work, right? And real bad people don't hype and try to boast and show off. Real bad people are the silent ones, because in order to win, you have to be smart. And when you have people that love to talk and love to boast, they're the dumbest, right? Because everyone knows your weakness, but you don't know the other guy's weakness who is rarely talking. You know what I'm saying? So he spent too much time to think, which already exposes him as a punk, and he's just trying to use his brain to play gangster. And that is what a lot of these niggas do, because they know that they could get a lot of respect from being gangsters. So a lot of them go down that path, down that road, trying to use their brain, think that they could be bad by just having the brain and smart, how to think, how to manipulate, how to psychologically, work your brain on people. You know what I'm saying? That is what most of these guys who think they're gangster do. But real gangster, it's not about just your brain. It's also about their heart. Their heart is rough and rigid. Their heart is like their heart is like God force. Like when God is destroying the place. That is what real killers, real people who are born with that spirit. Like my brother. Believe me. You hear me? Yeah. These niggas are soft. I would love to see even my brother beefing with Ralo. You know what I'm saying? Ralo would be apologizing like every day. My brother ain't none to play with, bro. I'm telling you. These guys are punks. And as I said, you have to be close to like a killer who you grow with. You know what I'm saying? To know who's really who has a high possibility and a probability of being a killer. Because you can't, this earth is filled with a lot of intricacies, differences. You'll have a million different type of killers with different ways, different characteristics, different personalities. But when you're long in the gangster thing and you watch all that you need to watch, that the gangster love, all the movies the gangster love, and you get all these information attaching yourself to what real gangster love, then you'll learn more about how gangster really move on a wider scale, of those million different killers, and how to study them and how to be aware of who is possibly a killer or a threat. You know what I'm saying? But these guys are punk. Ralo, Lil Woody, I would smack their asses up, man, if I'm ever in their presence and they get me like upset. You know what I'm saying? I would smack the shit out. And I heard Ralo be saying the same thing too. So it's like karma using me to diss him, that I diss you. Because I heard Ralo be saying that he would have smacked Young Thug if Young Thug and him was in the same room. And he's a hater of Young Thug. And then Lil Woody is so dumb. Lil Woody is like Moncherry being interviewed by Ralo. Is it? No, yeah, it's Lil Woody. Lil Woody is just like Moncherry being interviewed by Tasha K, right? But Lil Woody is the Moncherry that was the guest being interviewed, right? While Ralo would have been the Tasha K in this predicament here, right? Conducting the interview. And the reason why I said that, because Tasha K had embarrassed Moncherry, right? Because Tasha K had she claimed that Moncherry is Vybz Kartel prison girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Because this Moncherry girl from St. Lucia has been on Vybz Kartel nutsack trying to tear him down. You know what I'm saying? Because ever since Vybz Kartel is free, she wanted a lot of this jewelry and a lot of money, and she wanted a relationship with him that was secured, and she never got none of those, but she got some collab with Vybz Kartel. She should have been grateful for that, but anyway, why we connect these two and the similarity of them all is because Tasha K, she was like to Moncherry, how could you date Vybz Kartel and he's so ugly, ew. And she sit down in all that, and even though it was Moncherry who wanted the interview, it was she who asked for it. But I still wouldn't take that. I wouldn't be sitting down in an interview with someone talking about how could I fall in love with somebody ugly as that. Who, Moncherry did fall in love with Vybz Kartel, as she claimed, because she said his inside was nicer than his outside appearance. So it's similar how Tasha K been subliminally disrespecting Moncherry while getting at Kartel, right? It's similar with Ralo saying how he would smack Young Thug in the presence of Lil Woody, and because Lil Woody was like Young Thug Goon, you know what I'm saying? And here's a guy telling him that Young Thug is a punk. Your boss, Lil Woody, was a punk. You know what I'm saying? So Lil Woody is a punk. These niggas ain't got the brain space and the capacity up here, man. They're dumb. They haven't matured. They fail to mature. They can't think properly. They can't think clearly. They can't think sensibly. You know what I'm saying?
I would have sent them to God. I would have sent them straight to God. I would have waited.
Hear this fake gangster. Hold on, I gotta pause this and roll up my spliff. Excuse me while I light my spliff. Yeah, so let me just pull it back, guys, and you'll see how long it took to answer that question and to think. He spent so many time to think about that question. Let's see if right here is perfect.
Well, in my opinion, if somebody would have did that to me, I would have sent them to God.
You see how long it took? He had to actually repeat and rephrase the question while he's thinking, and he drawn out. He bought time to think properly, and he still didn't give a proper answer, because when Woody asked him that question, like, what would he do? Your answer can't be just send them to God. Like, what would you do, motherfucker? You would try to rise your gap. You'd be like, I'll send them to God. How? Magically? Just blinking your eyes, sending them to God, motherfucking dumbass? All these black motherfucking claiming gangster street niggas, they ain't got no book smart. And you can't be the best gangster without book smart. I'm sorry. We've always seen it. This ain't the 70s and 80s where ignoramus MFKRs was like the dons who people had fear because they were stupid. No, times and things have changed because you started to have educated motherfuckers who is like, no, I ain't gonna make some dumb, uneducated dumbass who failed school and is miserable with the world come take me out and fuck with my family and my friends. No, I'm killing this motherfucker. I could go to prison, I don't care. And then people be like, no, but you have so much to live for. You have your degrees. You have your... They don't care about that. These new age of people and generation from my generation, we don't care about who is bully, motherfucker. We will have our 10 degrees and master plan and all these things and still Swiss cheese your ass and go do time. You see what I'm saying? So that's the time we live in. So the ignorant behavior, it's not the thing again in the shatter life or the badness. You know what I'm saying? You got to balance intelligence with a brave heart. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you got to smack a nigga. You know what I'm saying? And when I say smack a nigga, that means literally, and that also means a figure of speech, because you're gonna smack them in the grave. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it depends. Sometimes you need to take action. So you need that brave heart. You know what I'm saying? To put a nigga in his place when necessary. Because if you don't do that when it's necessary, then you're gonna be seen as soft. You're gonna be seen as someone that should be tested. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah, these dumbass motherfucking man, I hate them.
I would have sent them straight to God. I would have waited and waited until I got...
He would have waited and waited until they're gone, until they're 93, 94 years old. You understand? That ain't no real gangster answer, bro. That answer ain't no gangster answer. I'm telling you. Ralo is a bitch. He's a bitch. Yeah, and you can't trick us, man. Don't let these fools trick you. You know what I'm saying? And he's only tricking himself, because when you go on media acting so bad and bold, like you're not afraid of no one. You're only making it worse for yourself, because people gonna want to test you. You know what I'm saying?
at the right moment. Yeah. I sent him to God. Yep. I want to never...
You hear Woody in the black about, yeah, he doing that Jeezy ad-lib, because everyone is bringing back Jeezy now to the internet, because Jeezy is known to be Gucci Man arch enemy. They've been beefing from way back, but Gucci Man had won that beef, but now the battle is finally over, and the people are giving Jeezy the points. I wouldn't say the win, but they're giving him the points, because Gucci Man had already won the war between him and Jeezy. You know what I'm saying? But Jeezy now is getting some points because Pooh Shiesty turned Big Wop into a little tight ass wop.
That's just my way of doing things. That's what I would have did. Yes. Pay attention to what you're doing now. So I just told him.
You can tell Ralo is still thinking if he really state the right answer. He's not sure. He's still looking. Look at him, looking all distraught and scared, because he's like, oh my God, I'm being tested on live stream and people is seeing my reaction. You know what I'm saying? And he just exposed himself being a bait, wearing bathing ape.
What I would have did if that would have been done to me. I didn't hear what you would have did. I would have waited.
See? Lil Woody haven't heard one shit that Ralo been saying, and Ralo repeated himself twice.
And I would have sent him to God. Ralo, know you with it, bro. Who? I know you with it, bro.
Yeah, that's the best thing Lil Woody have said. I respect that. But let's see if Lil Woody really mean that as he said, because I agree with him when he said that Ralo wouldn't do that. But just by the Lil Woody expression with his hand on his face, it's telling. Like, oh my God, you know how kids be acting like, I just got bullied, upset, so he's scared of Ralo because Ralo be acting like a bully for years, you know what I'm saying? Even though we haven't seen him on the social media space for a long time, but his first impression lasts in my memory. And it's the first impression I got from Ralo when he had first, making waves. I remember seeing how he loves to behave like a bully. And bully is what we love to teach and beat and practice on, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna let nobody take that from me. Take my. I thought I said take.
He ain't being realistic because you can't stop a motherfucker from taking nothing from you, man. That's why what he's saying is contradicting because he's saying that he gonna wait after they rob him and he gonna wait and he said he gonna wait again. That means a very long wait. That's why I said they're gonna be 93 years old by the time he's ready to send them to God. And they're gonna be too late because they already live out their years. At that time, they wanna die. They wanna go to God. You know what I'm saying? So Rallo, he's slow. Woody, worse.
Your wedding ring.
What's more important to you in this life?
My peace of mind.
His peace and mind. That is a very good answer because, most men, they love and appreciate peace of time, having a piece of time. And that is what we've seen causing a lot of rift now all over social media, causing a split between a lot of couples, men and women, because, they be saying that women love to disrupt and interrupt a man's peace, which we've seen it all the time, where women like to be toxic and argue a lot, cuss and behave miserable over some little dumb shit that a man won't really allow those little simple things to be affecting him, you know what I'm saying? But women, they're very meticulous when it comes to certain things that they want to be, dealt with. Whether it's something at their house they don't like in the way that is heavy that needs to be moved, they'll make a lot of noise until someone move it or until it stays there and they continue to argue and frustrate themselves over it. So it's hard for a man to have peace in a relationship nowadays with these women.
I'm gonna change it because I already know. What we doing the weekend, y'all? 4 days.
What you would have did? You would have caught him. You would have.
Hey, I've seen Rallo in that bathing ape same suit for hours. He probably been in it for like 3 days now on social media. I've been seeing him at other places in that bathing ape, and now he's on the Woody, whatever this shit is that Woody's starting up. He should have gotten some help from some of the more famous streamers because they would have helped him. They all know Woody and seeing how he rose to fame in that court case. So Kaisenat, Speed, all them dudes would have helped him. DBG or whatever his name is, right? That young boy had had almost Swiss cheese for saying that he doesn't like Young Boy new album or latest album, and he got so scared. He's like, "What would I do? What did I do?" And he know what he done. He disrespected Young Boy. The way how he conducted his review on the song was very disrespectful, and that is what a lot of these dumbass American and dumb niggas, modern day nowadays Gen Z ass generation. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to show them what a disrespect is. You can say you don't like my music or you don't fuck with it, but to be like, what the fuck is this? This is trash. Shit, what the fuck? I can't. Like, that is just disrespect. Like, if you ain't got nothing good to say, then don't say it. But I mean, you can say you don't like this, you don't like that. That's okay. But be respectful with it. Instead of you being so disrespectful, then when you got Paige about getting your ass Swiss cheese from the NBA young boy and his gang affiliates, you now started, what did I do? You should have kept the same energy, DBG, or whatever the fuck your name is.
Did that.
If you gotta think about it, Gucci Man don't lose in the situation.
What you mean?
What the?
Listen, this dumbass bald head. He need to grow some hair on his head because maybe that bald shining sunlight thing is affecting his brain or something. You know what I'm saying? Something is wrong with Lil Woody's head, man. And here why I said it again too. The other day we seen him going viral riding a quad bike, right? Yeah, them ATV. Okay? and he went stunting so hard on the bike, riding like crazy. Then when he crashed his bike, right, this dumbass, stupid ass motherfucker been revving the bike, riding it like a crazy ass, stupid ass, dumbass monster, right? And then when he crashed, because of his stupidity, why he crashed, it wasn't him being careful and using the bike as how it's supposed to or made to be used. He was going on like a drunkard or some wilder beast or Lego beast that they had let go in the wild. That was how he was riding a bike. Then he crashed and injured himself. Then people seen him and pull out their phones and start to record him. And I applaud those people. I applaud those people. No one should feel sorry for your dumbass riding like he. What did you expect to achieve from riding a quad bike like that? Like, what did you expect to achieve? And that is the thing with people now. They want people to feel sorry for others who make their dumb mistake. No, people, it's very important that people get beaten and bashing when they do something stupid. So that will allow the other folks to see. And that will allow the one who gets the bashing to see that, look, I ain't doing no stupid thing again for the internet to bash me. You know what I'm saying? So that is why it's very important for people to get bashing when it's needed. Nowadays, people want to take away bashing, take away anger, and only want people to use joy of emotion, the emotion to applaud them. They don't want people to express any anger now. Like, they want to do dumb shit that potentially angers people, and we should hold that steam within ourselves. That will get you crazy. You need to let out the steam on these dumbass motherfuckers who be doing these dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't feel sorry for no dumbass adult. You feel sorry for kids, right? And if you spoke to a kid and told him not to do it and he did the same thing and injured himself, then you give him the same adult treatment, because that's the way they're gonna learn. How you expect people to learn? If you see someone doing bullshit, then injured themselves, and you go feeling sorry for them and applaud them and show them the most affection and love, you think that's gonna help them to not go back and make the same dumbass mistake, to pull the same dumbass daredevil stunt? They know that people are gonna be compassionate for them. So that won't help them to stop or to refrain from doing dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's very important that people get bashing. Even me, when I do dumb shit, bash me, please. I'm asking for it.
He lose.
Bro, they been trolling Gucci Man.
So?
I'm the only person.
Now look at Lil Woody and what he's saying. He's saying that Gucci Man lost nothing because Gucci Man is in the right. This guy is such a dick rider, right? And then Lil Woody is so contradicting. He contradicted himself all the time and contrary, very contrary. Because he came out the other day and outed Young Thug, right? And after he outed Young Thug, he was like saying, no, I think it was Academic, who were saying, why won't the other guys around Young Thug speak up like, oh, you're speaking up, Lil Woody? And Lil Woody then said that Young Thug have secrets for those guys. That's why they won't talk up. You understand? That's what he said. So now he's behaving as if Gucci Man have secrets for him. You know, and this show you how fake these pussy niggas is. Because he's quick to disrespect Young Thug, but he is sacrificing his intelligence, which he has none, right? But the fact that he doesn't want to spend the time to think about what really had transpired or what really had caused Pooh Shiesty to have done that to Gucci Man. The fact that he has no interest in trying to figure out what could have caused it. And he's just giving Gucci Man the right from the jump and giving Pooh Shiesty the wrong, shows you that he's a dumbass. You get me? Listen to him. He's going to say money. Now, he's going to say money. And that's what he said about them guys that are afraid to speak up on Young Thug, that he had outed. He had said some shit about Young Thug. And then, like, DJ Academic said, why won't the other guys in YSL talk up like you? And he also said it's because of the money that they're getting. They don't want to stop get the money. And he also said that Young Thug have secrets for them. You know what I'm saying? So now he is on the side of money. Listen what he's going to say. He's going to say that the people them laughing at Young Thug, he's going to say, Lil Woody is going to say that the people them who are laughing at Gucci Man have no money.
took off on.
Gucci worth for millions. Most of the people that's on here talking shit about Gucci ain't even got a banking account.
But I can say.
You see, how does money have anything to do with people laughing? Like, and that is why he's an hypocrite, because it was money why he was around Young Thug all this time. It was the money. Okay, but then the court and the stress from all the court issues caused everyone to show their true colors, and he started to snitch. Right? And I'm glad he fell off his bike and bust up his head and injured himself.
Now, I'm going to tell you, Wood. I'm going to be honest with you. And I'm going to be honest with the whole entire world when I say this. Let's just go back to betrayal, Wood.
Let's go back to betrayal. Because these hateful, jealous, envious MFKR, they're trying to Ralo. What Ralo is doing now, he wants to discredit Pooh Shiesty sarcastically. So he's like, let us all be betrayal, because he's saying that Pooh Shiesty betrayed Gucci Mane. But Gucci Mane had collected $24 million for Pooh Shiesty while he was locked up, doing that 3 to 4 years that he did and just recently released from, right? And Gucci Mane gave Pooh Shiesty none of that money. And he was supposed to give him at least half or more. You know what I'm saying? Because Pooh Shiesty asked him, the cops made it clear, the feds made it clear since the arrest that Pooh Shiesty asked Gucci Mane for that $24 million, some of it, right? And Gucci told him that he doesn't have it, you know? So Pooh Shiesty and his boy said, where's your wife? She has it, you know? And Gucci Mane, you know, messed up. Like, she wasn't there, so they couldn't get her. And Gucci Mane never want to involve his wife. So it was a good thing for him why she wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? So these guys are punks. You know what I'm saying? They're on the side of Gucci Mane, and they're jealous of Pooh Shiesty. And the reason why Ralo, the two of them have different reason why they hate on Pooh Shiesty, right? Because first of all, no one likes it when a new person is getting praises, a big shower of praises. No envious, bad mind people gonna like it, right? If you're a real and a good dude, you gonna like it, right? So we are excited to see Pooh Shiesty doing what he raps about, because most of these rappers, they don't do what they say, and everyday people mock them for it. Just as they did Dirk, saying he needs to slide for Von. Then when they were told by the feds that Lil Dirk actually slide for Von, the same people are saying that Dirk is stupid for sliding for Von. Dirk is stupid. So you can't, these dumbass motherfucker needs to get a book. They need a book.
When you was in jail, when I was in jail, and girls left us in jail, right? And
then he's talking about jail because he's looking credit. These niggas are so dumb. You know what I'm saying? He wants that prison respect. Right? But now Pooh Shiesty just did 3 years, came out with ankle monitors on his feet, right? And still pulling big crimes. Right? He's a real gangster. His dad is a mob boss. These motherfucking goose, these chicken-head dudes never raised by a gangster dad. Right? They're playing gangster in their head. They're not real gangster in physical. From the sole of their feet to the top. They're not that type of gangster. They're not the same. And that is why they can't relate to what Shiesty do. You know what I mean?
Let's just talk about the times where they be like, hey, you know your girl, you know, fuck with Buddy. And I be like, hey, you fuck with that lame man nigga. He want to be me. He want to be like me. He look up to me. He tell you. He like, you know.
These Americans always be talking about niggas want to be like them, looking up to them while taking their bitches. If a dude is taking your bitches, it doesn't matter if he looked up to you, boy. It doesn't matter. So don't tell your bitch that, oh, why you like him? He used to look up to me. Or he looking up to me. Yeah, he looked up to you for so long. Now he coming for your woman. That's a win for him and a big L for you.
I'm his aspiration. Or I'm his, you know, and he, you know, he ain't really having no emotion like that. You fucked him? No, I ain't fucked him. And then you get out, yeah, I did. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is,
So all that ching ching sound you hear coming in on Woody's live, it's a donation he be getting. And he ain't really have no fans that's donating to him. Because when you're on Kai Stream, Speed Stream, the DBG, and many other littler streamers, they be getting ching ching sound every second. I be on Twitch, I be on Discord, I be on this and that. Trust me, I be hearing it all and seeing it all, witnessing the living proof.
All these lames, or these niggas y'all call police, or these regular civilian niggas that y'all feel like ain't gangster, that just, living their little civilian life. These are the individuals that stand free.
Motherfuckers don't know that.
These are the dumbasses that needs to get a book. And we gonna end it here, folks. Peace out. You know what I'm saying?